on this week's episode of the Grappling Dads Podcast.
Yeah, I fucking hate
No?
you.
Too far again?
Too far again.
Damn, dude.
Every damn
I
time.
thought you were going to like dig that one. Like, hey, I finally found an intro that you could
It went
get
like
behind.
5 seconds, 5 milliseconds more than I gave it last time.
Damn it.
Welcome to the Grappling Dads Podcast. Episode, I don't remember.
Yeah, you used to yell at me for episode number 1. I'm like, they don't care. Stop saying what episode number it is.
But I have to tell them.
But other podcasts do that. I'm like, I don't give a shit what they do, Paul. You're not doing that on this episode.
Yeah, and
or any other one.
And you didn't stop until your wife told you to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did trust you, but I'm like, all right.
Oh, that's 2, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go ahead and listen now.
Now that I'm clearly outnumbered.
It's fine.
So we're going to talk a little bit about being overwhelmed in Jiu Jitsu. That's the
I'm never overwhelmed.
hashtag pro tip. Not pro tip.
It's
sorry.
a fucking pro tip. It's a pro tip. It's a good pro tip.
It is. But it kind of goes along with what we got a little email.
We did.
I thought was fantastic.
You going to say his whole name when you read that too?
No. Sup, Isaac. Looking at you, bud.
Isaac.
It was a good question.
Well, it was a good enough question to get on the show.
For shizzle.
I like it.
So I actually want to start off on that if it's cool with you.
What do you want to start with?
The email.
Oh,
That's good shit.
Know.
No? Just dive right in.
Go ahead.
We could talk about other stuff and things.
We'll tangent.
Right?
It'll happen. We can go ahead and try to stay on track.
I just get excited when people are like, hey, I want an opinion from these assholes. I'm like,
not always, though.
Opinion.
Not always. Some of the questions are just not good.
No, but
come on, people.
I like this one.
Help me out.
Send better questions, people.
Better questions, you sons of bitches. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have opinions. They're probably wrong, but they're opinions.
How is an opinion wrong? It's mine.
Right.
It's not wrong.
No such thing as wrong opinion.
It could just be different.
Yes, there is. There's wrong opinions. You could have the wrong idea about this shit, for sure. All right, so.
Not me.
All right, we're going to, it's a little bit long, so I'm gonna break it down a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm going to cut it up.
I've actually read that, so.
All right. So, basically, the gist is he's a newer dude, 2-stripe white belt, no stranger to getting rolled up, getting fucked up like we do, like you should as a white belt.
Super fun times.
He's trying not to do, not to get his ego too involved, which is, that's half the battle when you're new.
But the only problem is when you say that, your ego's too involved.
Well, shit.
It's impossible not to. I'm not saying
exactly.
that. It's just so funny when you're like, no, I'm gonna leave my ego at that mat that it told me to. It's right there. Yeah. Totally right there. No, it's not right there. It's right in my fucking head, and I'm kind of pissy about it.
I'm 10 years in, and I still have issues like, what the hell is wrong with me? I really got to get over this.
Oh, yeah. Good, for instance, is I felt okay about my rolls yesterday, except for being in incredible amount of pain. And then Chad, I went retarded. I had no clue what I was doing. I'm like, why did he just submit me like 4 times? All of which I saw coming, all of which I didn't defend.
It's funny how people that are really good just make you feel like you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Oh, yeah. You go from like, yeah, I'm good, to, oh my God.
And it can literally be, hey, I rolled with a newer white belt, a guy that's got 6 months in, and I got a year. So, hey, I felt really good about that. I'm really feeling my jiu-jitsu journey is progressing finally. And then you roll with like the coach or, an upper level guy, and you're like, oh, wow,
God,
I really suck.
What happened to me?
Yeah, you feel stupid.
Oh, dude, I felt so stupid yesterday. Thanks, Chad. Chaz, and he was So this goes with the injury. So being smashed that Isaac's going to talk about. So yeah, that happened to me yesterday. Chad's so adorable because he has concern for me.
Sorry, I just threw up my mouth.
It's late concern is what I like to call it. It's a little late. So my neck is jack-hearted ever since the accident. It's never.
We're going to refer to it as the accident.
Yeah, it is. It's the only one I've ever really had. I've never been really injured from something.
It's the incident.
Yes, and the incident. I had an incident.
I had a bad experience.
And
with not wearing my seatbelt.
And it was so funny because he's got one of the best shoulder pressure to the side of your face of anyone I've ever rolled with. Like, his is ridiculous. And he just starts pushing. He goes, oh, where are you hurt again? No, I'm fine.
All over everywhere?
I'm fine. I'm totally fine. He goes, it's your fucking neck. Don't lie to me. I'm like, I'm fine.
Tears are trickling down your face.
I can't look to the left, but whatever.
The last seminar, maybe it was one before that. One of the times Kroyler comes up, he was, I think, giving Chad a private lesson, or at least going over
probably.
side
He
control
does a
and pressure.
lot. Yeah, he does a lot of
So I was voluntold to get in Chad's side control and just try to escape.
How'd that go?
Impossible?
Yeah, dude, he's not a huge dude.
Yeah, I got to the point where I literally I don't know what else to do. Like, I've tried everything, and my go-to move now is lay here until you move, and hopefully I'll find some wiggle room because I got nothing.
You gonna give me a doorway out? Because if not, I'm just gonna stay here. Yeah. So
there was no door.
No door, no door, just pain. So go ahead and go to Isaac because we'll kind of intertwine that story into it because that's how I felt yesterday.
So we're saying Isaac because we feel your pain, bro. Okay, so lately, when the rolls start to get good and the back and forth exchange starts going on, I can hear this voice in the back of my head creep in as fatigue starts to hit, begging me to stop what I'm doing. Not to sound too meatheady, but I personally call it my inner bitch, bro. We all have it. For example, I'll try to pass my partner's guard, almost get it, but last second, they get the sweep into bottom side control. Once they start applying that pressure while I'm tired from that failed attempt, I can hear that voice screaming at me to tap out so the pressure and discomfort can stop. Yeah, don't tap out to pressure.
Don't do that. No, I almost died from pressure from Kroyler before I would not. That fucking hurt.
So there's a caveat.
I'm good with it.
There's a caveat. So if you're injured or you're getting injured because somebody's putting in
of course,
much, dude, just tap. No. Like it's never worth getting injured.
And that's not what the guy's doing it for. Yeah. So
exactly. So you always want to tap before you get injured, even if it's to pressure or even if it's not to a legitimate move.
Yesterday we were doing a drill and your hand naturally ends up. You have the lapel, the bottom of the gi, and you wrap around. Well, after the sweep, your hand ends up right in the middle of the dude's back. Well, if you keep that fist going, guess what? That shit hurts.
It does. It feels all kinds
I literally
of
had to tell Ben, I'm like, ow, let go.
Yeah. Stop fisting me, bro.
Yeah. Stop fisting me. I'm stuck on your fist.
Nice. Yeah. He goes on to say, I have found that most of the time, I'm doing live rolls, I feel like it's just a back and forth battle with the inner bitch. Now, I guess my question is, does this mental battle ever get easier, or is this something I have to keep beating over the head until it hardens like a callus, and I don't think about it anymore? Thank you guys for the awesome show. You're welcome. I really enjoy the honest perspective and also Kroyler's pro tips. Just lost a fan, Isaac.
Paul liked you till the end. They're pro tips, and I also appreciate that our fans all managed to work pro tip into it.
Yeah, it's swell. It makes me feel great.
The show's great. Wonderful pro tips.
Yeah.
The cool thing is if you go back, they're all Paul pro tips. All of them when we first started.
This is true.
All pro tips were via Paul's face. I don't know how effective they were.
They weren't.
Gotta be honest.
They weren't. They're like, well, these pro tips sucked until Kroyler got involved. Now they're helping. I'm like, well, they're still mine.
It's still mine.
They're still helping me, damn it.
You whiny bitch.
I know. But as a newer white belt, Kip.
I'm a newer white. 2 weeks in, bitch.
2 weeks in, so you're as new as they come. What do you think about that? Because you've experienced the pressure more than I have in the past.
Well, I have. Yeah. But I guess I don't have that mindset. Like, the thought was never to tap. The thought was, how the hell do I get this to stop happening? And, I can see that, though. Like, it's a lot of times, especially with guys like Chad, that really know how to focus whatever body part they have on top of you to go through you. It's great.
Well, what I've noticed with you, because we rolled a little bit the other day.
Yeah.
And while I was on top, putting pressure upon thee.
Down upon thee.
When you first started, you would just be flat and your arms were in no position to take any pressure off. Now, I was putting pressure on you, but most of it was directed on your arms, not on your chest.
Yeah, so that's a big part of it.
So your posture was so much better that, I had pressure on you and you might not have been able to move freely. You weren't getting smushed.
No, I could have stayed there.
Yes.
Like, that's the thing. And I also, one thing, Isaac, if you're feeling that much pressure, you're flat.
Exactly.
Get off the like, and if they start to move towards that, get to your side, even if it's on the weakest angle you can have. It's like barely past 90 degrees. You just get off of being flat, and you'll be amazed at how much pressure it takes off. You can, like, knee on belly. I don't know if that's huge in every school.
It's not at Kroyler's, that's for sure.
Yeah, Kroyler, I've heard of this. I never really felt. Just kidding. I can't even joke, because if he does it to me again,
please don't
I will
kill us with it.
Have you ever felt it? He has never felt it, Kroyler.
Shut the fuck up.
I saw his face. He hasn't felt
like,
it. It sucks, bro.
Well, I know better than to ask, like some people at our school.
I didn't ask. I just ended up
somebody
in that
did.
position.
Was it Larry?
No, it was Matt.
It was Matt. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus, Matt.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I thought you were smart, buddy. You saved lives, and you're trying to end yours. That was pretty stupid. But
you're educated. Why would you do that to yourself?
So, but when you get knee on belly, even just the slightest turn where there's still knee on belly you, but you've got your hip kind of switched out and your shoulders pushed away, the pressure's, it's almost cut in half. They're going to have to reset, and then guess what you get to do? Reset even more.
So the next seminar is going to be Kroyler showing everybody how to make it so you can't do that using knee on belly.
Yeah, he doesn't listen to this show, does he?
I hope not this one, not this particular moment in time.
Yes, he needs to. But no, honestly, for the most part, unless they're, your professor or something like that, when they're going to put pressure and get your shoulders flat, it's going to be really shitty to get off of that. But yeah, just for me, it was learning, like Paul said, my framing was huge. Being able to, not just suck my arms back in after being flattened, it was starting with my frame up.
And to your point, when you're saying you're being swept, if you're being swept and you land in a terrible position without any frames or any posture, because even if you're on the bottom, you need proper framing and posture.
Oh, but it's almost more important.
Right. So if you don't work on that or have that, the squishing feels so much worse than it needs to.
Yeah.
So ask your professor or your coach to show you how to properly frame when you're on the bottom, or different ways to do it.
And I'm sure you guys, I'm sure, but I would assume you guys do warm-ups when you're doing shrimp drills. You're doing your break falls thing, anything, frame up. I frame up all the way up and down. Doesn't matter what one I'm doing, I'm framing.
Yeah, you got to get in the habit of doing it, because if you're not in the habit,
you won't do it. Yeah. If it has to be a thought, you're going to get smashed. So just keep working on your framing, and especially if you're at a 2-stripe white belt, for damn sure, just work on your framing. Because if you're getting smashed enough there, it's making you want to tap because you're running out of gas. You're doing probably two things. You're working really hard for things that don't need to be worked that hard for. So you're gassing, and then on top of that, you're not framing.
Right.
So
and you're probably not shrimping.
Yeah, probably not shrimping very good.
It's funny because I've never been to a school. I've been to a few of them that they didn't do shrimp drills.
Oh, you gotta have it.
Even though you might think they suck and I hate doing shrimp drills. We do it every time. You know why you do it every time? Because it's fucking important.
And it comes up all the fucking time. But yeah, don't you think though? I think that's pretty accurate. That's that's how I dealt with it, and I may not have had that thought of tapping, but that could just be the mentality of stupidity I have. It's a mentality now, and
it's a real issue.
Yeah, I didn't look at it that way, but I definitely felt the pressure of like, why the hell does this hurt so much? I see people not looking nearly as uncomfortable as I feel right now. So frame, get off your shoulders. Like, just don't sit on your back. If you're flat, you're going to get even flatter because people are going to try to push through you.
Yep.
You're giving them way too much surface to fucking flatten your ass.
Like I said, so there's ways you can overcome that feeling. So talk to your coach about what you're feeling, talking about being on the bottom. Now, that being said, you also said you get stacked sometimes. So if you've got pressure on your neck, dude, just tap or scream or whatever it takes. Don't fuck yourself up to be a man and not be a bitch. But work on doing the right thing so that you don't feel like you're having to be a bitch. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right,
and
cool.
With like being stacked, I get stacked a lot. And with my neck, I have to be careful.
Yeah.
But so I've actually, probably out of necessity, I've learned how to curl under. So if somebody wants to stack you, start grabbing their legs, because if they're stacking you, they're on top of they're on their feet. Grab an ankle, start curling towards that ankle. You'd be like, use them to pull yourself over there. It'll really relieve your pressure, and it'll keep you from kind of rolling up on your neck too far. It's a little sneaky. Usually works pretty good because if they step up, they're going to give you enough space to spin a little. Just get the pressure off. Just a little bit.
Funsies.
Or if you're bent, then you just go fold it up like a fucking chair. Gummy looking motherfucker.
You get stacked. You can get folded in half.
And he'll have a full-fledged conversation with you during it.
Fine. Yeah, if you're not that guy, just be like, hey, bro, can we start over? Because that's cool, man.
Can we get a reset? Is there a reset here? Are there timeouts here?
Yeah. You don't want to just tap to pressure if it's not hurting you.
Or because
you want to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Hence, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. What was I going to say?
I don't know.
And if you feel like it's just too much and you have to tap, it's not a bitch move to tap. Number one. Even to pressure.
Doesn't mean you're not a bitch. It's just not a bitch.
No, you could be a bitch, Isaac. I don't know. Could be happening.
No judging. I'm a bitch.
No
Whatever,
judge.
It's cool.
I'm not. Anyways, but look at it in the frame of ask why you're getting smashed like that, though. Like, go ahead and just say, hey, I can't take it. Tap, do whatever you want to get out of that. And tell them to try to put you in that position again. And hopefully, if it's an upper belt that's smashing you, ask them what the fuck you can do differently. It's a perfect timing. Go, that was so uncomfortable. Please, God, tell me how to not end up in that position again.
That's the very, very valid point. More people need to go, all right, you destroyed me there. What exactly am I doing wrong? Just give me one tip. If you're getting destroyed by somebody and smashed by somebody, be like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I can't seem to avoid this.
Well, yeah, Morgan is perfect for that for me because she is glue to you. Like, it's hers is dictating space. It's like she dictates space so well, and it's a problem for me because I like space. I like to use my speed and timing more than I like to use my crushing someone because I can't do that. So, but with her, it makes me suck because she's just glued to me and I can't get her off of me. And so I finally I'm like, what the fuck do I do? She goes, you just got to keep pressure on me. She goes, if I'm going to try to put pressure on you, you got to put it back at me because I'm not going to stop. And whoever else isn't going to stop, if they get close to you, they're going to know that, that's where they got to be. So she goes, get close and then work from there. I'm like, I don't want to.
Right. Did I tell you we did the guard passing drills together the other day?
Oh, with Morgan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that?
Yeah. Do you realize her legs are so short that it's hard for me to put her in my, for... Like, she'll go, I was with her yesterday. It was hilarious. She's like, she would throw her legs up. She's like, you're not in my guard. I'm like, you're too fucking short.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't rolled with her in a while because she's been preparing for fights. And
yes.
I'm not the person that you want to get ready for a fight with. I'm just not.
No.
We're just fair enough. I get it.
Not really Paul's forte.
Yeah, we were doing the guard passing drill. And, oh my God, dude. Like, I am 100% outclassed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, Jesus. I couldn't do anything.
She was saying inappropriate jokes and still passing my card.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do here, is there? Ship sailed.
Dude, she's got a lot of talent. But so that was just my friends. She was dominating me. I had to ask. I'm like, this is it wasn't because I was uncomfortable. It's because I was getting my ass kicked. Same idea. Don't you think?
Yeah.
All right.
Agreed.
So Isaac. Stop being a bitch.
Yeah, learn more jiu-jitsu.
Learn more. You'll get better.
It'll work itself out.
Yep.
Or it won't.
Yeah. If you have to, Google how not to get smashed in jiu-jitsu.
You know we do.
Shit.
We just YouTube it, and then just take the advice off the interwebs. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Well,
it all works out.
I think I haven't done that in a long time. I hate Google. Fucks up my world.
That
but
move
no.
looks so easy. Why can't I pull it off? It's because it's a shit move.
But on the other hand, it will get better. It will. You'll get more and more used to that. The pressure on your chest won't feel so concaving.
That being said, I rolled with we have a purple belt, Brian, and
he sucks.
Yeah.
Holy crap, he kills me.
I rolled with him, and he from I'm bottom and he's in half guard. He's in my half guard.
Yeah, there you go.
Or he's in side control. I'm on the bottom. Or he's in mount. He does the same thing. He puts my arm across my body and then puts pressure down on that.
Yeah.
So he takes away my frame. I have no frame.
Your frame's gone.
And he's squashing me with my own arm. And
why are you hitting yourself?
So I kind of know what you mean. Like, the pressure is awful. It's like unbearable. But you just kind of try to make whatever space you can by doing such things as shrimping.
Yeah. And sometimes
you
your way back to a frame. Sometimes you can't. But yeah, you're right.
Yep. Just work on, when you're really stuck and you're being squished and you can't move, you can't shrimp, you can't frame. Work on your breath, man. Like, concentrate on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. It's like, instead, like, where I found my happy space when I was uncomfortable was when I found, like, oh, I can breathe. Like, if I can stop and take a breath in through my nose and out through my mouth, I'm good. So think about it that way. Yeah. So, like, if you're getting smashed and you can still go, you're fine, right? You can still breathe. Yeah. You're alive.
And sometimes that's really hard to do.
And at times it's hard to do. But if you can do that, and you can, like, because that's all I have to find is even the smallest little tiny breath, and I'm pretty happy. So, and it takes me to the space of, okay, I can wait it out and see, and let them try to work their ass off and get tired. That's my game.
Right.
It's the old man game. You work real hard. I'm gonna wait for you to finish.
Sit here and wait for it. Wait, are you bored yet?
Yeah, you bored yet? Because I'll defend just enough to make you tired.
If you don't get bored soon, I am going to tap to pressure. So,
So just find that. If you can take a breath, you're fine. So just tell your little voice in your head to shut the fuck up because you can breathe. Go, okay, I can breathe. Yes, it sucks, but guess what? If I can breathe, I'm not dying. I'm not getting hurt. I should be able to sit here and take it, right?
Good enough. Well said. I like it.
I'm indifferent.
You're indifferent.
I said it, and I'm indifferent.
Fair enough. Oh, hey. We had somebody win a good old fight.
Fisticuffs. That was so long ago.
Before we get into the
well, did we talked about Morgan. We didn't talk about Morgan.
We did last week on last week's episode.
Did we?
Yeah. We did say that she won her super fight pro fight.
you got done taught at that by Kroyler today.
I'm like, is it one or the other? He's like, dude, it's both.
It's like, both, you idiot. More sense. But yeah, we had another guy who won fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs.
I was there.
Good old
Paul, where were you?
Fisticuffs. Bachelorette party. Sort of. Or watching the kids while my wife
same thing. Same thing.
I mean, I was part of it in a way, roundaboutly.
Vis-a-vis, I was at a bachelorette party.
Exactly. It's my story. Let me tell how I want it.
Who was that guy's name?
That would be Jamahal. Our boy Jamahal.
Jamahal Hill? Dude.
It made it great because I think this was the first time that his opponent started talking shit and calling him out on social media.
Actually, it's funny because he started it. He said something real light, his opponent, and then like a bunch of his fans started coming out, and they really talked shit to him. All of them. That was what he was posting. Where just you wouldn't believe it, guys. People coming out just talking mad shit for this guy that's like 2-6. I'm like, wow, that's impressive.
Well, to be fair, he looked tough.
He did look tough as shit.
He had tattoos and muscles and a beard. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't fuck with him.
Well, no, and I think it was less him than his fans, and which is fine. Your fans should probably be a little more rabid than you at that level.
That's fair.
But
it was still funny. It was still fun because it got old Jamal riled up,
which is hard to do. Jamal stays pretty well calm. Especially during his fights. He's pretty calm.
Well, but between fight camp and cutting weight, I imagine you're probably a little more touchy than normal.
Not for him. He wasn't. He was on weight 2 weeks before.
Man, if I miss a meal, I'm a
little bitch.
Pissy little bitch, yeah.
I'm a little pissy because I haven't eaten this cookie in front of me. So I don't it's a fucking good cookie. But yeah, Jamal, he was on weight like 2 weeks before. It was a really good weight cut for him, and he was a little bit pissed. Like, they started jawing at the freaking weigh-ins.
Oh, okay. So funny. I watched the...
Did you watch the weigh-ins?
I watched the weigh-in video. Somebody posted.
Dave did.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Dave,
so Dave Baker?
Dave did from our gym.
So that was Dave Baker. Good job, Dave. So Jamal was jawing at his opponent, And his fans were sticking up for his opponent again, like, oh, you ain't doing shit, blah, blah, blah. And the last thing I heard...
5K?
Yeah. I got 5K, says you don't. And then the video did. So, Jamahal, somebody owes you $5,000.
Bro.
Yeah.
Because you done whooped his ass.
I have video proof that, you're owed $5,000 more.
Yes. But, yeah, it was pretty funny. Because Jamahal, his shit-talking was... admirable. It wasn't like lowbrow.
Nah,
fuck you, you suck. It was good jawing. It was good jawing.
It made me excited to watch. The fight. It did make me go, Jesus.
Yeah, come on. You don't hate his children.
Yeah. I would have a hard time in that world shit talking because everything is funny to me.
Yeah, same here. Yeah,
so
I would just laugh at everything I said.
Yeah.
I would ask him if he liked that one. I was like, that was pretty funny, right?
Yeah, did that hurt your feeling? I tried.
Fuck. Sorry. I would say sorry too much. I'm like, oh, that was pretty mean.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
But, did you get to watch much of the fight?
I didn't go to watch any of it. I tried to watch it.
Yeah, on the Facebook. Flow Grappling had it.
No, I didn't see. I don't.
Oh, it's on. Yeah, I don't.
Do you have to have that?
I think you have to subscribe to that shit.
I don't subscribe to it.
And, what is it? Yeah, it's Knockout Promotions, KOP.
Yeah.
And local.
Yeah, I usually
West Michigan.
Wait, and usually Jamahal he'll upload.
He'll upload something. So it was good. It was fun. It was a fun fight.
Good.
It was. He got the guy is a brown belt out of Magic in Lansing, Michigan.
Okay.
So he's legit for sure. Like I watched some of his Jiu Jitsu videos, like his matches on Jiu Jitsu.
Yeah, okay.
He's legit.
Nice.
He's really good at heel hooks and things like that. He's really good at attacking the legs and the feet. And which could have been dangerous for Jamahal. Jamal's a tall, lanky dude. 205 is what he fights at. And he's hands. He's got hands and kicks. And I've never got so angry as I did at Jamahal. I was so mad at Jamahal.
Congratulations, buddy. Here's why I'm pissed at you.
Love that guy. Love that dude. He within the first, I don't know, minute.
Congratulations, but fuck you, and here's why.
No, in the first minute. Are we talking about this?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the first minute, it's a cage fight. It's MMA, everyone. I don't know if we said that, but yes.
We'll get to the pro tip momentarily.
Yes, we will. It's a quicker pro tip this week. So Kroyler felt that we fucked it up. It's a two. Yeah, it is. It's a twofer.
It's a twofer.
It's a good twofer too.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, big fan of this one coming up, guys. And I guess we should lead the episode with that. Never do.
No, I tried. You cut me off.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, fuck off.
You ruined it.
Yeah, stop talking like a stupid radio person.
It was
We're good.
Fun.
We're in podcasting, not radio.
Alive.
Hate you. And so he cracked him hard, and I'm pretty sure that's when he injured him, was in the first round. Real early, just my opinion, because it looks like Jamahal cracked him snapped his head back with a jab.
Ooh.
Like snapped his head back with a jab, and right after that, the guy started touching his eye a lot. Like for almost most of the rest of the match, he kept touching his eye, which usually means you got something fucked up in your face. And Jamahal said he just kept watching him touch his face. He just kept going whoop whoop to right below his eye. I'm like, ooh, that's an orbital bone. But Jamahal just kept tagging him up, and then at the end of the round, like the guy once he got hurt, he just started dropping down for his legs, just trying takedowns. The guy's like a 2-time All-American, badass wrestler. He could not get Jamahal down, and when he did, Jamahal did a great job framing up and getting out, and till he didn't. Till Jamahal got a little too close to him.
Ruh-roh.
And I'm just screaming, get the fuck away from me! Because he was just tagging with his hands so freaking well. I was like, you're so dominating the guy. The guy sunk in a choke on him.
Oh, no.
So he missed the rear naked, but the guy really quickly adjusted. I mean, he's a brown belt. He knows what he's fucking doing. Right. So he legit got under his chin. And but Jamahal, as he's sinking in, as he kind of sunk it in, Jamahal is defending really well. But a guy like that on your back is going to be dangerous. And he heard the clack. So he knew he only had 10 seconds. He's like, he's going to have to put me to fucking sleep in 10 seconds because I'm just going to sit here.
Nice.
He fought enough to keep his legs off so he couldn't keep pulling, and perfect. He was fine. And he got up. He goes, and he didn't even get the focus, is what I call it. But the
tunnel vision.
The tunnel vision, he didn't get there, so he was fine. And after that, dude, he started tagging. The guy got tagged a few times more. holy shit, the guy started butt scooting as much as I've seen anyone butt scoot ever.
I'm kind of disappointed that the butt scooting didn't work. Because kind of my shit.
Okay, I got to tell you right now, we make a lot of jokes about butt scooting. There's not a chance in hell I'm going into an MMA ring and going, I'm a butt scoot.
No, I imagine that looks embarrassing if you're trying to butt scoot during a MMA fight.
And I get it. That's it. That, you know, when you're hurt, and I would never do an MMA fight, so this dude's way more of a man than I ever will be. But
yeah, I'll give you props.
But,
yeah, not mad at you.
Yeah, but I am gonna make fun of you because you butt scooted the shit out of things. I'm surprised you didn't wear out your fucking shorts. You butt scooted so much. And
Jesus, dude.
Dude, I was screaming vehemently, just fucking butt scoot. And Morgan's behind me screaming, it's an MMA match, not a jiu-jitsu match. And
he's like, but I can't fight.
Yeah,
so.
well, and he was hurt. He was hurt. You could tell he was fucking hurt, and you're gonna fall back to your comfort zone, and its comfort zone's fucking jiu-jitsu.
Getting hit in the face with MMA gloves sucks a lot.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Yeah. I'm not mad at him.
Yeah, no. I was mad.
Yeah,
I was severely mad. Sorry to anyone sitting around me, including Jordan's sweet wife, Bree. I was like swearing just all over the place right around. I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm a psycho.
Like, what is wrong with these people?
Yeah,
oh
and
my God.
Yeah, I think she took it okay. She hugged me later, so
that's good.
She was like, "You're not a total psycho," and I'm like, "Yes, I am."
Yes, I am. Have you listened to the show?
Yes,
total psycho.
Yeah, don't. But the best part of the second round was he started to do like a roll forward. He did a forward roll at Jamal, trying to get Jamal's legs.
What the hell?
Yeah, he was trying anything to get into. He was just going. Yeah, he was just trying to get to Jamal's legs. Could not laugh harder because he rolled out, and as his momentum stopped.
Momentum.
Yes, that's the word.
Hey, I got you.
Jamal bopped him right in the face.
Oh yeah,
and he just fell straight back. I was like,
he rolled into an uppercut.
He rolled into not a total uppercut. It was like a side punch. He was that low. It was pretty damn. It was hilarious. I was really proud of Jamal.
Wait to see the fight.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
We'll post it up on.
As soon as you can find it. Yeah, we got.
As soon as it's up.
Yeah, find a link.
For shizzle.
Yeah, because it was good. He ended up. It went to decision, but it was because Jamal went to fighting smarter, and he beat the shit out of that dude's face.
There's a nice picture of a homie on a stretcher.
Yeah, he had to go to the hospital.
I think the caption said, "Where's your friends now?"
Yes, and I think that was more what it was. I don't think that dude really wanted part of the real jawing at all.
No, he wasn't.
I don't think he really wanted that. I think his fans sure as fuck did. And there was one in particular. I bet that was the dude that said, "I got 5 G's and won't."
Yeah. Speaking of which, we still want that 5 G's.
Yes. You can write the check to Grappling Dads.
Right. We'll give you shit. You can represent.
Yeah,
we're cool.
Yeah, it's fine. You just owe Jamal money.
Yeah. Yeah. These shirts are worth $5,000.
Yes.
Easy.
Collector's items.
Easy.
Don't even say podcast on them.
Might have fucked that up.
Yeah, might have fucked it up. Next, hey Al, we need help. So when we make a shirt, it needs to represent what we do, right? Which is a podcast. Yeah. Help.
That's certainly not a blog because I don't get that stuff.
No, blog takes talent and writing. Yeah. That's what Kroyler's for. We should just rip him off.
We shall.
I think that's what we should do. But last off, congrats.
Yeah, good job, homie.
Jamal.
We're proud of you.
You did a great job, dude. You wrecked it. Real quick shout out to Dominic, another one of our Black Line teammates. He just had a rough time. It wasn't his night. He was going through a lot of stuff. So guess what? He'll be back. And he started off good. He started throwing that leather, but yeah, the guy was just the better at that night. He'll get him next time. Yeah. So
I'd say you can't win all your fights, but so far Jamal kind of hasn't he?
Fuck Jamal, dude. Okay, Jamal, you can be on the show.
We'll set it up one day eventually.
See you in 2020, bitch.
Yeah, I told him 17 or whatever many fights, not good enough. 20. That's your goal.
Yeah. We are just keep pushing him back.
He's going to make it big, then we're going to beg him to come on the show. He's like, "Fuck you, dudes! You weren't there when I was small."
So, and you guys are going to love him when he comes on. He's fucking funny as hell.
He's a good dude.
So yeah, proud to call him a teammate.
Hell yeah, dude. He's fun.
But congrats to both of them because it takes a lot to put your heart on the line like that in your face.
Yeah, anybody that steps in the cage, dude.
Besides
props.
Paul.
Yeah, no, I don't count.
That didn't count.
That didn't count.
Yeah, I couldn't even do it, so good for everyone else. But, yeah, definitely. I think we should do a pro tip now.
Okay, pro tip.
Pro tip.
Pro tip.
Pro tip.
I hate it.
It's Kroyler's pro tip. Dum, dum, dum.
Silence.
Where's Joe Dixon's music?
Yeah. So I've been being asked about the Kroyler, not pro tip music.
Yes.
When are we going to get on that?
Oh, that's me, isn't it?
That's you.
Where'd it go?
Do
I have an email with it?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, I think I got an email with it somewhere.
It's 6 months back.
You want to know what, though? Can I make a request? Could you send me something even more corny? I want something corny as hell. Like almost Mr. Rogers music.
Really?
Yeah.
Resent.
I do, too, but I want to hear an option.
Well, I mean, why would you bother sending anything else when you haven't used what you've already got? Asking for a
because his name's Joe Dixon.
Do you like when I took the screenshot of my other friend
the actual Joe Dixon?
Yeah. Like, you can see my confusion. He's like, yeah, fuck you still.
Yeah, don't care. We talked to Steve way more than we talked to Joe.
Yeah. Shit musician say go listen to it.
Yeah, check it out, dude.
Yeah.
You want to hear a low, Barry White sounding son of a bitch? There he is.
For sure.
And he's got some crazy motherfucking stories from his people.
They're awesome.
Yes.
All right. Kroyler's not pro tip. Overwhelmed in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Well, welcome to the party. I think the sense of being overwhelmed is simply the inability to let go or the lack of patience. Yeah, I have both those. I can't let shit go, and I have zero patience.
Yeah, you really don't have either one of those attributes.
No.
How do you do jujitsu?
I don't really. I flail and I spaz. I'm just getting better at flailing and spazzing.
I flail very controlled.
Right. You know, it's funny because I was telling you earlier today, I was working with Brian, the purple belt.
Yeah.
And he has so much more knowledge than I do in experience, and I just feel like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing rolling with somebody like that or like Chad. I'm like, God damn.
Well, hold on. Give yourself a little bit of credit because you also have a lot more distractions than Brian would have. It means a lot, fucker.
The point I'm trying to make is on a deep personal level, right? I want to be good at this shit.
Yes.
And I'm never as good at it as I want to be. I never have the deep knowledge base that I want to, or the understanding.
You have way more than you think, but whatever.
Well, that may be so, but it's like a personal thing. It's what I want. It's what I expect.
Yeah.
And so we talked about realistic expectations, and clearly I also fall prey to I don't have realistic expectations.
Yeah.
So I get overwhelmed by the stuff that I don't know yet or that I can't do yet. Even 10 years in, I'm like, Jesus, there's just so much to this game that 10 years in, I realize I'm still just a blue belt.
I mean, personally, I have it all figured out.
Well, yeah.
And
I've rolled with you. You're a savage.
It's such a lie. So lie. So great.
I mean, there's you, and then just like a couple notches, maybe 3 or 4 notches below you, there's Chad, our coach.
yeah. Everyone's trying to catch up to Kip.
Exactly.
If you're going on the
top dog
at being horrible.
Yeah.
I like how represent the shittiness.
I like
really well.
how when Kroyler comes up and you make him feel good about himself
and let him just beat the living shit out of me.
Otherwise, it's just embarrassing. Like he's coming up and giving a seminar and being nice and donating his time really, and you're like, if I just kick his ass, he's just gonna feel bad. So.
I can't kick anyone's ass. Evidently, our boy Mike can now. Tap tape, by the way. I just want to throw that out there.
That's right. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Words and stuff. Good job, buddy. That's what I'm trying to say.
That was fun to watch.
Yeah, dude. It was a good
totally different. Dude, that is not his style. He told me he did.
Businessman and savage.
He got a promotion, too. That dude's all fucking important and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe give himself a promotion. He's tap tape.
I mean, he is the owner.
Whatever. But, hey, congratulations
good
anyways.
Job, bud. So, okay, moving on. I think the sense of being overwhelmed is simply the inability to let go or the lack of patience. Here's what I mean. If jiu-jitsu is an art that takes on average 8 to 10 years to learn, why are we trying to learn it all overnight? Well, to be fair, Kroyler, I've been doing this for 8 to 10 years. And I'm still just a blue belt, so clearly there's something wrong with me.
Oh, it's totally outside of jiu-jitsu is what's wrong with you.
Ah, gotcha.
Jiu-jitsu, you're perfectly fine. It's all that personal life that's all fucked up for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when you're newer and you come in, a lot of people they want to get good fast because
Yes.
a lot of people that make it any length of time over, like, let's say 3 months. Like if you make it 3 months, you're kind of
That's
in
a pretty
Yep.
You're kind of stuck.
Yep, yeah. You've decided that I love this shit. I want to get good at it.
Yes.
And there's also that point where you're going, when am I going to get good at it, and why can't I do this shit?
Why do I keep sucking?
Yeah. Why when I'm looking at the coach do the technique, why can't I make my body do that? And you get overwhelmed, or we learn this week, and we'll learn something else next week, and then the following thing we learn, well, I'm not good at any of that shit. 6 reps is
those are all shitty for me.
So there's a really that's a really good way to get overwhelmed, and everybody.
This sport is walking around overwhelmed.
Oh yeah.
I mean it doesn't stop. It gets more clear, but it definitely doesn't stop the overwhelming feeling of it. It just doesn't. If you sit down and try to think of it, you're going to be overwhelmed.
Yep.
There's just so fucking much to it.
Well, look at the movie we've been working on the past 2 weeks.
The movie?
Did I say movie?
Yeah.
The move weave. The move weave. Yeah.
The move weave?
I'm just going to speak in one run-on word.
Fuck run-on sentences. I do run-on words.
When you talk too fast.
The move.
That's good. The move weave.
The move we have been working on for the last couple weeks.
Yeah. I can't pull that shit off. It's not that difficult.
Oh, with that X guard and and the front roll, yeah.
It's just it's difficult for me. It's new. It's not part of my game, and I'm like, God, it just makes me feel overwhelmed. I'm like, God, this, they make it look so simple, and I'm working on it for going on 2 weeks now. Going, it's sloppy as shit.
Yeah, that looked like hell.
Yeah.
Well, and you got to sell out with that front roll, which is always interesting when you're bringing somebody with you for that front roll.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Scary.
Well, it's funny because even the simple move, like the first shit you learned, cross-collar choke, there's so much nuance to the very, very simplest move to make that work. And now we're talking about kind of advanced shit. And there's, you just add nuance upon nuance to all these moves to make them work correctly.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
Or work for you.
Right.
That's the other thing, too. It's a whole different thing. Everybody's like, well, you can just learn to move. Well, fuck. I learned it to work with the way I do it. You know what I mean? My game. Because, it's fucking crazy because there's another angle. Shit. Yeah. More things to overwhelm me with.
Yeah. And then you're like, okay, I learned this move. I'm working on something. And then you can do it in practice, but then you're doing live rolls, and all of a sudden you're going, this shit doesn't work.
This move's horrible. Doesn't work.
Yeah, I learned this because you said it's effective, and yet, it doesn't appear that way.
Effective means it works.
Because they know what you're trying to do, homie.
Yeah,
so.
they learn the same shit, you moron. Yeah. Oh,
plus the defense. So, yeah.
And usually it's easier to defend a new move than it is to complete a new move.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty. Okay, here's what I mean. If jiu-jitsu is an art that takes on average 8 to 10 years to learn, why are we trying to learn it all overnight? No one will learn all of jiu-jitsu, even if they practice from birth to deathbed. No one, ever. That's a good point. So you got, let's take Kroyler. He's been, got the birth thing, right? And he just had a birthday, so he's an old-ass man, old curmudgeon. Not as old as us, but, close.
Mentally. Yeah. He's quite old.
he's an old soul. But yeah,
that's a nice way to put it.
But he's been doing this his entire life. This is his life. He's still learning stuff.
Always.
Like he's still taking notes. He still has coaches, and he still has his professors and his masters. You know what I mean? And he's still sucking.
Oh, and he still takes some information from a freaking white belt. He will. Yeah. He's talked about it. You can learn something from every single person in jiu-jitsu.
So you got to think about that. You got people that have been doing this for decade upon decade upon decade, and they're still learning. And they're learning from like new people coming in. Like, hey, these people got 3 years, and because they do it so much and it's part of their life, they're developing new stuff. That's the cool thing about jiu-jitsu is it's constantly being developed. So. Talk about overwhelm. There's not just like, hey, here's these 10 katas you got to learn, and then you're good. No, it's a sport that's being constantly developed. It's already so damn
Here's
huge.
the basics. It's going to take you a few years just to get those, And while you're doing that, you need to learn some advanced techniques so you don't get fucked up by other people. Oh, wait, and on top of that, those one moves that I told you at the beginning, you're going to have to see how those work for you. So that's a new learning curve. Yeah, my brain's exploding just talking about this.
Yeah, it's a toughie.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. It's what makes it cool. If
it makes it so I can go every freaking week.
If it wasn't overwhelming, it wouldn't be fun.
No.
Yeah. So,
but I could see how that could be the opposite effect for some people.
But when you want to get gooder, faster,
faster,
you want to get more gooder, more faster. it's frustrating.
It is. It's just mat time. I hate hearing that.
Yes,
but it's so true.
Moving on.
Oh no!
It's a journey.
God, fucker.
In which there isn't a set destination. Rather, the destination is simply a continual growth and understanding of the art. It's not a particular number of techniques learned. How could you enjoy a journey with no destination? You start to appreciate the journey and the path.
I'm out.
I believe that was for Kip.
I don't know if I can tap fast enough. Could I tap to words? Yeah. I could tap to words. You win.
Yeah.
Fucking bastard. Holy shit.
I think what he's trying to say is he hates Kip. All that.
All I can take from that.
That whole paragraph was fuck you, Kip.
Yeah, that's what an asshole. He closed it with path.
Yeah, God, it was beautiful. Beautifully written, Kroyler.
Oh, I have tears. What
Kudos.
a dick.
If I could curtsy right now, I would. Well done. Yeah, but I mean, he's got he's got a point.
Yeah, but he does have a point.
Yeah, so if you just did this for 3 years and you got good and you're set, why would you do it?
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. Like, Jesus, that's not fun. I talked about before. Building my hot rod. The first time I had it on the road, I realized that the driving it is cool, but the process of building it was what I really enjoyed. So you got to do that with your jiu-jitsu journey.
I hate you too.
Yes. All right. Moving on.
Can I ban those words for when guests come on?
You could. Okay, so I'm going to read that without using the words. It's a blank in which there isn't a set blank rather than the blank is simply just a continual growth understanding of the blank. It's perfect.
It's a great paragraph.
Maybe I could just use different words in place. It's a cat in which there isn't a set destination.
It's a really shitty Mad Lib is what you're doing now?
Oh, fun.
All right, move on to the next point.
Try to learn as much as you can, always, but understand that whatever you don't comprehend now, you will later. Possibly, unless you're me.
Or me.
Yeah. Maybe take notes. Maybe that might help.
No.
Nope.
Well. I've made it abundantly clear my brain doesn't work that way.
I've decided I'm going to take notes, specifically just for my game. Does that make sense?
What is it just going to be like a...
So
it's just going to say, don't break yourself. Don't break yourself.
Well, that'll be the headline, right? That's the headline. But what I'm getting at is I asked for this because I'm overwhelmed. So when we go to class week in, week out, and I'm learning all this stuff, and I'm like, I can't perform any of this stuff I'm learning. So you almost have to go, okay, it's out, it's available. You go through the motions, but it kind of, I don't want to say in one ear, out the other, but what I have to focus on is what I want to do for my game. Like, that's what I want to develop and get good at. So that's what I can write notes on. That's what I can drill. So rather than drilling all the new stuff all the time and trying to take notes on everything, it's not going to do me a whole lot of good because it's just too much for my little brain.
I was going to say because we're simpletons.
Yeah, right. I mean, if I was a
Can you take
genius,
notes?
But
because my notes are fucking terrible. I've tried. They're terrible.
Well, I think it probably just comes with practice. It's like jiu-jitsu, okay? It takes practice. It's part of the journey and the path.
I'm going to come across this table, you fucker. You're in front of me, dude. Don't forget that.
Bring these over here so you can't throw them at me.
Oh, fuck, you got my dice.
All right.
Still angry.
I lost my spot.
Of course you did. You always do.
Yeah.
Because I keep saying, let's print these. And
yet,
I don't.
And yet.
And I don't.
All right. There are plenty of techniques that are above our physical ability and our mental ability to comprehend. Goddamn right. comprehend, recall, and pull off. But that won't be the case forever. Politely disagree. So we must persevere and train so that we can continuously grow and eventually overcome those techniques. Maybe I should just take up yoga as well so I can do said techniques.
Yoga would be good for you.
That wouldn't be bad. I've heard that from so many people over
Ask
so
Morgan
many
about
years.
it.
Oh, yeah. Morgan, Mel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Actually, there's quite a few people. My old instructor, Ryan.
Ryan. Yeah,
him
you've
and his
talked about
wife
that
were-
before.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, they said it makes a pretty huge difference in your game.
I don't have any free time.
Yeah.
I'm running out of free time.
Maybe you can do it at work while I'm pushing buttons. Okay.
Downward dog push button.
Can I push it with my feet? All right. So we must persevere and train so that we can continually grow and eventually overcome those techniques. Also, a proper instructor will help deal with the sense of being overwhelmed. Have patience to allow yourself to improve and grow better. Have the patience to give yourself time to improve. Have patience with yourself and your learning curve.
I feel he's talking about patience.
A little bit of patience. At least he didn't say layman. If you're a layman, you need patience.
Such a mean word.
No, because here's the thing. Everybody has a different learning curve, right? People pick up on things faster, slower, depending on your, mental attributes, your physical attributes. And like he's saying, it's how much time do you put in? Do you take notes? Do you get to practice at home? Do you go 3 days a week? Do you go 6 days a week? Do you go once a week?
Do you not go at all?
Where are you going? Where
with this?
we're at? My point is, there's a point here somewhere.
Somewhere
is you gotta. I'll get there. It comes as I speak. Kip.
Okay.
It comes as I speak. And sometimes I just shit the bed, as I've done in the past. I'm like, yeah, this is going nowhere. Now you talk, Kip. Can you?
It's always good when you hear the phrase, "You talk, Kip."
Yeah. Do you have any ideas? Because clearly,
I've hit an impasse.
Yeah, I'm hitting this wall. My mouth is moving, but the ideas aren't coming to it.
I don't even know what you were talking about.
God damn it, I lost it. Jesus. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry, people.
I'm not
sorry.
It was great.
I'm not sorry. Basically, realize how much you're training and have appropriate goals set. And appropriate goals means not thinking that you're going to start whooping everybody's ass in 3 months or 6 months or even a couple of years.
And how about you get out of the whole mindset of whooping people's ass? Just make yourself better.
Yeah.
I don't want to whoop anyone's ass.
Oh, I want to whoop your ass.
That's different. I'm an asshole.
That's different.
Everyone should want to beat me up.
What I'm saying is, I want to feel like I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Like I want to feel like
I
want to feel like I'm a fun role, and I can perform said art on other people. Like I can do a sweep, I can do a cross collar choke. Occasionally, I can grab a submission on somebody. I can pull something off sneakily, but doing that shit just takes time. So
it does.
If you're dedicated enough to be in it for 3 months and realize that this is fun, take a step back and realize, okay, it's going to be fun, but it's going to take a while. It's going to be a lifestyle, if you will. And if you don't make it part of your life and it's just not a thing you do for a long period, you're not going to be able to do the things that you think you want to do.
Yeah, you're going to end up burning out.
Yep.
Because you're going to get frustrated with the lack of achievement, I guess is a good way of putting it. It's just not going to come that quick. It's just not going to.
Yeah. There's ways to make it happen faster, like we talked about notes, going more often, asking questions, drilling at home.
Not being Kip.
Not being Kip or Paul. Not being injured all the time.
That hampers a lot.
So we got a couple folks at the gym that they go a lot. They go to gi, they go to no gi, they're there on the weekends.
My wife is one of them. My wife would go every day if she could.
And you can tell. For example, I was rolling with Caleb just yesterday.
Oh, man, he's getting good, man.
It's been a while since I rolled with him. It's been quite a while. And the last time I rolled with him, compared to this time, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
There's a definite difference that I can feel in his technique and how he flows and how he grabs stuff and how he stays on top and he uses his pressure. I'm like, and I told him, I'm like, God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Big difference. But homeboy goes all the time.
He's literally there probably 5 days a week.
Yeah.
I don't have that fucking kind of time.
No. and that's okay. Yeah. But, we have to realize that in a couple of years' time...
Oh, he's going to pass the hell out of me.
He's going to beat the shit out of us.
I have no problem with
people that do that. Exactly.
No.
I might a little. Nah,
Yeah,
I'm
it
just
doesn't.
kidding.
Yeah, whatever. We don't give a
It's
shit.
like, no, you don't.
If you want, if they got the time and they got the work ethic to do it, fucking beat my ass. I don't really care.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
you deserve that. You're putting the time in that I don't have, nor am I able to take away from other things. I'm just not going to.
But just realize if you want to get, like we talked about, good or faster, it's a lot of mat time.
Yeah, it is.
And mat
It's
time includes drilling. It includes doing homework. It's extra credit. You know what I mean?
Asking more questions than the layman.
Yep, you got to put it. You got to put in overtime. You know,
I can't even say layman.
Layman, right? So typically, me and Kip, we got family, we got careers, we got other hobbies. Twice a week.
We have this show for all of you.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So we go twice a week. We're gonna get better, but we're gonna get better significantly slower than somebody like a Caleb or like a Jen or like a Morgan. It's the nature of the beast.
Yep, Jen's there a minimum 3 days a week, and she really wants to tag along on my Sundays. So I guess we can go.
Just don't make eye contact.
Don't talk to me.
Don't look at me.
There's an invisible wall. Don't fucking talk to me.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I've been training on Sundays.
Good for you, buddy. Getting ready for that blue belt test.
I am. That Chad refuses to mention.
I'm so excited for you.
What the fuck, dude? I'm really worried that it's not on the 16th. Really worried.
I hope he forgets. That'd make my day.
Oh, that would hurt my feelings.
Would it really?
No.
I didn't think so.
But it will make me look stupid. Because I've talked about that day a lot.
You're going to bring a cake on that day, nobody's there, like, son of a bitch.
And this is not what I planned. Wait, my wife didn't come with me. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Morgan's mom brought cake for her testing, and it was goddamn delicious.
I didn't get any cake.
You didn't get any cake?
It was my own fault. There was plenty of cake.
Dude, it was so
Her
good.
mom is awesome.
Oh, yeah. She's cool as hell.
She is so sweet.
And what does she drive?
In a, how do you say it?
A Barth.
A Barth?
Dude, it's the coolest.
It's the only little Fiat that matters.
Dude, it's sweet. Yeah, look it up.
I think it was pretty cool. It sounds cool as shit.
Dude, it sounds mean.
Like, I like my Mini, but that thing sounds cool as shit.
It's like the most adorable little badass car.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you live in New York, that's the shit you want.
No, I don't know if you want the stick, though, that she was driving.
Maybe
That'd be a little rough.
I tell you what, it looks like a fun car, though.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah. Anyways,
cool.
moving on.
Have patience with yourself and your learning curve. That's about all he's got for that. But part number 2 of the pro tip is my favorite.
This is a good part.
So, also, I was told to discuss elbow thigh.
This is actually what you and I. This is what we need to start a campaign against.
A cult, if you will.
Because it literally pisses us both off.
Yeah, if you want me to actually get after it, like you're like, I want to see what Paul's really got. Grind your fucking elbow into my thigh, and I'll show you exactly what I can do.
The thing is about mine's numb. Like, it really doesn't hurt. Pisses me off.
Yeah, that's just it. Like, I want to be a fun role, and I want you to work on stuff, and I'm not a get after a guy.
We're talking about elbow grinding to pass guard. So go ahead.
Yeah. Also, I was told to discuss elbow thigh grinders. ... If you are an elbow thigh grinder, meaning you try to, air quotes, pass your opponent's guard by digging your elbow in their thigh, know that there is a special place in hell for scum like you. Damn right. Well said, brother. Well said.
Good job.
That was the best fucking pro tip so really far ever. I'm not even mad at that pro tip.
No, and there's a lot of people that do that, and I think part of it, I was watching Chad coach that pass, one of the passes that we're working on, and he's like, follow the inner thigh. Like, he's describing it right, but I could definitely see, if you're new, it looks like put your elbows here. It's like, because you're going to do it really hard. You're going to do exactly what he said, which is basically just pushing, pressuring it away open, not grinding that fucking thing open.
But what it is and how you're taking it are two different things.
Yeah, because I think the
people think, well, he can say, hey, there's a spot in here that hurts. He's not saying grind your elbow in this because it fucking hurts. That's not
what he's telling you.
That's not what he's saying. Jesus,
and
people.
let alone not to someone you roll your teammate. There's two things that drive me freaking batty that you're shown. This is one of them, and the Masapau is the number 2. Do not Masapau anyone in your gym. It's a dickhead move. I was showing Tiny
Why would you show him if you don't want him to
He
do it?
asked. He was like, they were looking at the cross collar. I go, well, cross collar's this. I go, you got to get this arm's got to be underneath. And he was talking to Brandon, and he goes, what's a Masapao? I'm like, Brandon, I'm like, let me get this, because my Masapao's an asshole. I do 2 different things with it, and it hurts like a son of a bitch. And I show him, and he goes, ugh, that's like a punch in the throat. I'm like, yeah, it's a punch in the throat that doesn't stop.
Yeah.
We don't do that to fellow teammates.
Did you want to describe Tiny?
Tiny is, what do you call that again? An Adonis? That dude's fucking enormous.
Okay, so we've
Dude,
talked.
he only weighs 205.
I
don't believe
maybe when
him.
he cuts down for a freaking bodybuilding show, he weighs 205.
A monster.
So he comes in. You know, we talk about Adonis on the show every now and then.
Yes.
You know, we got Jesse.
Jordan as a joke.
Jordan's pretty. He's pretty cut up.
Justin.
Brian. He's a big cat. He's an older dude, but he's cut up. Brian makes me look like a tiny little human because he's just got an abundance of muscle.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Tiny makes
totally different level.
Makes
dude.
Brian look the way Brian makes me look.
Yes,
but on a bigger scale.
Yeah, he's fucking huge.
So typically, when people have gis on, you can't tell what they are. You can't tell what they look like. Except this dude.
You can't hide it.
Except this dude. When you're this goddamn big and muscly, you go like, what the fuck is that?
His arm's the size of my fucking torso.
I can't believe he could actually fit his arms through the gi.
Dude, seriously, he's a monster. He's a nice guy though. But
good damn
holy
thing.
shit. So, but his name, Chad called him Tiny. He's now Tiny to me, so he's gonna be Tiny. And but yeah, even
I don't know his real name.
It's John.
John. Hey, John.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Better listen to the show, or I'm going to armbar those arms.
He doesn't even. I don't even think he knows about the show.
I don't think I can probably armbar him. I think he can just like bicep curl me as I'm trying to armbar him. I bet that's a thing.
I think it is. We should try it.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to meme that shit.
Hell yeah!
Let me try to armbar you, and you just try to like curl me with your arm.
It should be entertaining.
I want to see if I have more leverage than you have strength.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. I bet you I don't.
Yeah. So but I showed him Masapao, and very quickly go. That's why we don't do that too. So those are dickhead moves. Those are moves where you're literally inflicting pain for the sake of inflicting pain.
Yeah, if you're trying to hurt somebody to open their guard, rethink your life, your entire life
as a whole, in and out of the gym. You're going to hell.
A special place in hell.
The best part is there's one of our listeners that's going to be like, that's me.
Oh. Well, to be fair, dude, it was me for long. Like, I didn't know until it kept on happening to me. I'm like, dude, this really sucks. And they're like, hey, if you're good at jiu-jitsu, then you actually don't do that.
Yeah, see, I had you, so I cheated. You told me really quick. I never really did it because I don't think I was there that day to, like, take it wrong. So I was doing other things to not pass guard. And you showed you real quick. You're like, oh, you see what they're doing? I'm like, do you hate when that? I'm like, yeah, I fucking hate when people do that to me. You're like, yeah, don't be an asshole. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
that's
okay,
a big
not
move.
doing that.
Yeah, you're not going to win friends and influence people by grinding your fucking elbows into their thigh.
What does that do?
It's.
I mean, like, I know what it does.
Yeah.
It's hitting nerve endings. It freaking hurts, but fuck off. Why would you do that?
I don't know.
For one thing, try it on me. I'll just fucking end up triangling you.
Yeah, that's just it. When you do it, you set yourself.
You're selling out
for. Yeah, you're really fucking yourself and making enemies.
Yeah, you're literally selling out too far inside the leg because all I got to do is open my guard. Your arm is going to go down, and I'm going to put my arm over my leg over your head and choke the shit out of you.
It's going to be fun too.
It is,
and I'm going to
hold on
it too long,
a little too long.
Yeah. You're going to tap, and I'm just going to look at you and smile and be like, sorry about your luck.
I will do the standard. Was that a tap?
Yeah. I didn't feel you tap or hear you gurgle.
Sorry.
Or watch your eyes roll back in your head. I didn't see any of it.
I mean, I didn't notice till you woke up.
Enjoy that special place in hell. Bye now. All right, moving on. Special place in hell for scum like you. If that is your only strategy to pass people's guards, or that's your go-to technique, well, sorry to break it to you, but you have no technique, and your guard pass is complete garbage.
I don't think he's sorry.
He's not sorry. He's sorry you exist.
Oh, true.
That, like buying a gi that has thicker lapels so that your opponent has a harder time gripping your lapels. If that's the kind of stupid shit you're having to resort
I love when we strike a nerve with Kroyler. It's the best.
If that's the kind of stupid shit you're having to resort to in order to win, then you have already lost. Instead of being an elbow thigh grinder, why don't you just become better? Yeah.
Yeah. Be better.
Yeah, be better. Work on stuff and things that
and
don't
not
include
elbow
grinding. Yeah, actually, that is a question I ask the people that are overwhelmed as well. Why must you learn it all in a day, instead of simply working on getting better, since jiu-jitsu is endless anyways? You should have said on your path and journey, but it's cool, I'll add that.
I'll add that to drive Kip insane.
And that was the pro tip. Wish we had music, but we don't.
Yeah, that was horrible. It's not good music.
Yeah,
it was a good pro tip, though.
It's a good. Actually, I like the end of the pro tip. That's my favorite ever.
Yeah,
in life.
The grinding.
Take special note, people.
Yes.
Don't be that guy.
Don't ever be that guy.
/gal.
And if you are that guy /gal, stop it. It's not who you want to be. I just can't get over. Don't inflict pain on fucking people. Like there's a difference between choking someone, arm barring someone, kimuraing someone, than it is just to inflict pain.
You know, it'd be like this. Like, let's say, I got you in side control, and I don't know how to do proper jiu-jitsu, so I just take my chin and I put it in your eye socket.
So it's normal then.
Right, yeah. so I take my chin and I put it in your eye socket, and I pull your head into my chin. You dick move, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
It really kind of is. And
like, you wouldn't do that, right? So don't do this.
You want to know what's interesting? You'll elbow grind someone's thigh, but you won't elbow grind someone's forehead, would you?
Exactly.
Fucking don't do either.
How many people do you think are going to put their chin in somebody's eye socket?
There's someone out there that's going to.
Like, oh, that's a good
we
idea.
have another. We have that 1%er out there because we have enough people listening.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy. And for sure as hell, don't blame us.
Right.
Don't be like, I heard this shit on Grappling Dads.
I'm sorry I brought it up. Not really.
I'm not
I want to get an email from a guy that goes, thanks, fuckers.
Some guy blinded me with his chin.
Yeah, I'm missing an orbital socket because of some guy's chin because of what he heard on your stupid show. God.
And then I just send back, high five.
Yeah, here's a shirt. Doesn't say podcast.
It doesn't say podcast, so you don't know what it's all about, but it's got some great sponsors on the back.
Jeez.
Oh, we're horrible.
I like it.
I do.
But also, yeah, I think it's easy to get overwhelmed. Take it in stride and try to learn one thing at a time. Like, you're gonna learn all the other stuff and things, and it's fun, and you'll learn what's available. But when it comes to taking notes and it comes to drilling stuff, just get at one thing at a time. If you're having a particular issue in class, try to address that issue until that issue is fixed, and then move on to the next issue that you're having the most trouble with.
Yeah, for sure.
Like homeboy Isaac, he's having an issue with getting smashed in side control. Well, hey, that's perfect. Go to your coach and be like, hey, when I'm in this position, I want to tap because I feel too much pressure. How can I alleviate that?
You're literally, you right there. If you know that something's wrong, seek out the right answer.
Exactly.
And your coach is probably going to know the best answer. You want to know who else are great people? Ask the Grappling Dads. Why? Because we'll give you whatever the fuck's in our head. You can go ahead and try to apply it. If it doesn't work, come find me. Probably live far ways.
To be fair, plenty of people look at YouTube videos. So
that's valid.
Yeah, so podcasts, probably it's the same shit. We're at least as good as YouTube videos that suck.
Yeah, can I vent a little bit more about YouTube videos?
Yeah.
So I don't see the YouTube videos as much as I do the videos on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I still hate them. I still hate these flashy fucking things that make jiu-jitsu look stupid because they're almost always like, I saw one was this, get out from guard, get them into turtle while they're kind of by your front leg, and then doing this midair jump, turn, and land on their back. I'm like, okay, that works if the dumb fuck just stays there.
I'm a fan of the jumping, flying, spinning, crawl up your back.
Yes.
Arm bars.
Yes. Because those work, and people just stand still like that all the time.
They'd be awesome in a movie.
Yes. Movie. That's what it is. They are all movie moves. Like, and people are going to be like, I bet I could pull it off in you. Well, you're probably a black belt, and you could probably do whatever the fuck you wanted. True. But guess what? Someone at your level sure as fucking going to let you do this spinning, flying attack repeatedly.
True. You'd be surprised how many flying triangles and shit get caught in competition.
That's different, though. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm
you're
talking about these,
the
like,
super flashy,
hey, look, I jumped backwards and I landed on his back.
16-step process. Well, he doesn't move.
Yeah, and it's always, they're like, well, I'm slowing it down. No, go ahead and speed it up, and you show me how you're going to get out of guard, get far enough out, not to let him get out of turtle, though. You're far enough away to jump backwards, but you're close enough to keep him to stay in turtle. Why would he stay there? How many people you know are like, I'm in turtle, I'm good?
Yeah.
No, try that at Kroyler school. Have fun.
Yeah, enjoy that process.
I'm pretty sure Kroyler might kick you in the face.
Nice. Oh, hey, speaking of flashy shit and stuff like that, it's on the same vein, a little different. Do you know who Tim Kennedy is?
Of course. UFC fighter?
Yeah. Navy SEAL, right?
Yeah, Navy SEAL,
yeah,
History Channel, everything.
Yeah, he's
does like 9 shows on that thing now.
He's like ultimate badass as far as you can get.
Yes, he is.
He's also he has opinions that are strong. I'm not saying opinionated because I don't want any. I'm not calling him that.
No,
I'm not going to be that guy.
I'm scared of him. Don't even know him.
That being said, he had a strong opinion on one of the last podcasts he did. Now, I didn't get a chance to hear the whole thing. I was busy at work today. But the gist of it is he thinks that sport jiu-jitsu is an abomination of what jiu-jitsu is actually made for.
Because it's a self-defense, or?
I think so. So
you would think that's where he's going.
Yeah, so I don't want to speak out of turn as I'm already. I do want to speak out of turn.
Yeah,
I'm speaking out of turn because I didn't hear the whole podcast. So, but basically, sport jiu-jitsu versus self-defense jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
And a lot of people think sports jiu-jitsu is trash and bullshit and it will not work in the streets. I respectfully, vehemently disagree.
I don't know if I'll go that strong, but I think it'll work. But the only problem is a lot of the combat stuff. If you're doing that combat jiu-jitsu, maybe you leave yourself hell of exposed to getting knocked in the face. And I'll go back to Jamahal's fight. That dude's face was really exposed while he was trying to pull off shit from his back.
But he was also fighting somebody that knew jiu-jitsu and what he was trying to do. I guess my theory on this is if you take a dude that does sport jiu-jitsu, let's say a low-level blue belt, like me, that does just sport jiu-jitsu. I never learned a self-defense a day in my life. Just all barambolos and bullshit like that. Are you tired, buddy? Yeah, good bit. Story, bro.
Hey, guess what? I didn't do it into the mic. No one would have known that I just yawned.
I heard it through my headphones.
No, you didn't.
I did, though. Maybe I didn't.
No,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh, so let's say I just work on barambolos and flashy bullshit and flying triangles. I never learned how to properly defend myself against a punch. I still think against standard tough guy on the street that doesn't know how to fight at all, doesn't know jiu-jitsu, doesn't know any MMA, nothing. I'm pretty sure that sport jiu-jitsu guy will fuck that dude up handily, hands down with ease, just because he knows.
I mean, are you talking about like competition sport person or? Okay, I think so too. They'll be more apt to get hit in the face though than someone that was towards the self-defense end of jiu-jitsu. You can see that, right? Because wild punch defense as a basic.
No, I get your point, but I also don't think that people are inherently stupid enough to just let people hit them in the face. Like they know that, hey, I do sport jiu-jitsu, but
I've seen a lot of videos of people just getting punched square in the face. But no, I see your point though. I do agree.
I wouldn't quite call it an abomination because I think a lot of neat shit gets developed in the sport jiu-jitsu that you normally wouldn't have. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No.
Perhaps you don't need it all, clearly, but like Chad was talking about Kron Gracie. Like he does
basic
jiu-jitsu and he wins most of his shit.
Yep.
And he's not doing anything flashy. He's just using basic jiu-jitsu.
He's straight up arm bar.
Yeah. But people that do the flashy shit, they're still winning. You know what I mean?
Are they winning against others that do shit like them?
That's a good question.
Because it seems that 10th Planet has an issue with that right now. Is their style has ran into a slight roadblock.
A little, well, especially against Nikki Ryan.
And I was just joking. 10th Planet is kind of fun to watch. Yeah. Their system's just different.
I like their shit. I'm not mad at their shit.
No, not at all.
But
no, Not my shit by any means, but
I don't think I could do that.
I think it's tough for us too because we're in the polar opposite end of that. Gracie is one end of jiu-jitsu. I think 10th Planet is on the other end of that
perhaps,
spectrum.
Yeah.
So neither one's better or worse. It's just different. Self-defense wise, I think obviously Gracie's going to be superior.
Oh, hands down. My point was I wouldn't go so far as to say abomination and worthless.
Yeah,
all I'm saying is if you just get your kids into it for the pure sport of it, they're it's kind of like wrestling, right? So wrestling is a sport. It's not a self-defense, but you fight a wrestler, you're going to get taken down and held down, and you're not going to be able to move.
Yeah, Tiny put me in a cradle. I quickly was like, it's not going to do a whole lot.
It's not going to do a whole lot, but you were stuck. You weren't punching.
Fuck yeah, I wasn't going to be able to do it.
So I think high-level sport jiu-jitsu is still more technical and better for self-defense than wrestling, and I still wouldn't want to fight a wrestler if I didn't know anything.
Agreed.
So
actually, yeah,
that's kind of my point there.
Yeah, I agreed. But also, Tim Kennedy is one of those guys that when he says his opinion, there's not a gray area there.
No.
It's fucking either this or that. It's not, oh, well, maybe. No, it's fucking either he loves it or he hates it. So, whatever.
Yeah, and he's teaching people how to be goddamn savage killers. Like that.
Yeah.
That's his shit.
Yeah, that's where he came from. So, makes sense. He is a badass. He was fun as shit to watch. He was a warrior when he went in there, man.
Well, and we need people like that in life. We really do. So
I think so.
I'm a huge fan. I don't know. My opinion of it is
different. Yeah. Well, you can have difference of opinions.
Not when he's in the same room, though.
No, he would scare me.
If he was right here, I wouldn't say
He said anything, I'd be like, dude, you're fucking accurate as hell.
100 abomination is fuck.
Fuck yeah. Can I punch it in its face?
There's a special place in hell for people that do sports jiu-jitsu.
Is there someone I can piss on sports jiu-jitsu? Because I want it right now. He's not here. We can disagree just fine.
Yeah, as far as I know, he doesn't listen to the show. Maybe he could write in. The Dads, grapplingdads.com. Just saying.
Could happen.
Come on, Tim.
Come on, Timmy.
I can talk shit as long as you're states away.
Many
states
like a lot
away.
Of
yeah,
them.
Exactly.
He probably has enough money to fly here.
And I won't even talk shit then because, he could just find us.
Yeah. He's got skills.
Yeah, I take it all back. I won't talk shit. You know what? You're right. My opinion's not even valid.
Nope.
I'm only a blue belt for Christ's sake.
Why are we even on the show?
I don't know.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's interesting. Very interesting. You want to how are your kids doing on jiu-jitsu?
Real good. So we have I wish I knew their names. They're newer girls.
The dark hair girls?
Yeah, they're I think they're sisters, right? Maybe.
Yes, I think so. I have no clue what their names are.
So
too many children in the class.
So I've been watching them work for a couple weeks now, and they just have some really good natural abilities.
Yeah, they're very athletic and coordinated just naturally for the sport.
Yeah, so which goes on to say, they're picking this shit up faster than normal. Much faster. So they have affinity for this kind of stuff, and it's fun to watch. So they're rolling with my girls that are they have a lot more time, but my girls are not coordinated, and they're just not.
Well, they're coordinated, just not that way.
Yeah, they're not very coordinated. They're not very athletic people. They're bookworms. They like reading stuff. Whatever. My point is, these girls are giving my girls a run for their money and using very legitimate, well-defined techniques early on in their career. So,
well, I want to say something about your kids, though. In my opinion, is especially Kate. I don't get to watch Sydney as much because she's usually giggling and having fun, which is adorable. Or doing those sweet crocodile hands they showed in the meme from today about Kroyler and his wrist locks. It was funny. And Kaden, when she's tested really hard, she kind of folds back into herself and defends. I think once she gets past that, she's going to be fucking dangerous.
I agree.
Because she has the killer instinct until she gets pushed, and it makes her, then she just kind of wilts back, but that's just something she's got to work past, and she will naturally. She's got the drive to be better at it. So once she gets past, that's just a natural wall. We all have them. It's just different for everybody. Once she breaks through that, she's going to be dangerous because her freaking chokes hurt. Yeah. Her guard pass on most of the kids is legit, And, she knows that she's got that cross collar. She can, she's pretty good at sneaking that under the chin. So give her some time, and her coordination's perfectly fine, in my opinion. I just think her dad is not coordinated and is jealous. And
Could be.
And Sydney's just, she's like my Sid. They just have more fun doing it. But I think when they get serious, they're pretty fucking legit on their own.
Yeah, they're doing bullfighter pass. That's their drill, so they're going with that. And my little Sydney's been doing pretty good at that. It's kind of fun. She gets the juking out.
Yeah, that was and their quickness. It made sense to her. It's just it's one of those moves that just click with you, that motion. So,
but the girl that was with Caden was passing Caden's guard with ease. She just really got the concept of the bullfighter pass.
Yeah,
and Caden's like, I don't know what to do.
And Caden's got shorter legs too. When you're just learning it, it's nice to have those longer limbs to kind of wrap back up and get caught back up when that bullfighter is like, oh God. Yeah. But when someone yanks those shorter legs, it's hard to get them back in front of you when you haven't done it a whole lot. Addie still has she needs to be in the adult class. I wish there was like an intermediate, like teen class.
Oh yeah.
Just because she's not she's almost big enough, Christ, to be in our class. She's 12.
She's taller than Robert.
That's true.
See?
Robert's a little rabid dog, though, so it's a little different. But Addie...
Puppy.
I'll give him
dog. Is
I just rolled with him. He's trying to get at me.
You say tried to get at me. Failed.
Well, shit happens.
Jesus.
No, he did great. We had a great roll yesterday. So
he goga-platted me. It was funny. I'm like, what is this shit? All right, you got me.
Yeah, go ahead. Whatever, right. Finish.
It sucks. Yeah. I'm embarrassed.
I don't know. Oh, I have a question for you. We'll go back to my daughter here in a second because I've been watching her a little bit more when I get time at the end because I'm late for class. Work sucks. He said to me after, he goes, man, you when you go for a move, you commit. You really go for that move. I'm like, I don't know if that was a compliment. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do anything on that?
I don't know how he meant that. I really don't. You have to ask him. Because it could be you commit and you shouldn't because you don't have it. Like, go for something else. Like, quit going for the same shit that you don't have. Or...
No, because it wasn't that, because I caught him. Like, I could have caught him. I'd let go of a few things.
Yeah. Yes. If you're not being...
not that he didn't have his chances, not saying that.
Right. Yeah. But if you're good at snapping those submissions on, then it's a compliment. So it depends on kind of what happened during the roll. Because a lot of people will go for, let's say, an armbar. Clearly, they don't have the armbar or Kimura or whatever the move might be. Or let's go with cross-collar.
Cross-collar. That comes up a lot.
Oh, that comes up a lot. So they'll get it. They won't have it in.
And they'll flare their arms out like a chicken fin. Like chicken wings.
Yeah. But you're committed to something that's failing.
Yes,
but they
won't let that go.
They won't let shit go. So yeah, in that regard, it's stupid. But if you get caught in a good cross collar choke and it comes on tight and quick, you committed and it works. So that's
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask. I don't care that much. I'll forget. But anyways, back to my daughter. She's just at that size and that skill level where. She doesn't get tested a whole lot. Like, the new girls aren't going to be big enough for her because she's just long.
Yeah. She needs somebody that can push the pace on her.
And she's strong. Like, she's a strong little string bean, just like her mom. Like, ridiculously strong.
Hey, if the adults weren't so sweaty and yucky, she'd move
She would be
over
fine.
Yeah.
But, she's...
we're gross.
We are gross, and that's her main argument.
She's not wrong.
Guys are freaking gross. Like,
Yeah.
It's bad.
Not mad at that.
No. Yeah. I disgust myself and others.
That's why we have soap and water. Don't know what to tell you.
But I think she'll do pretty good. I think give her that year. I think she needs the rest of the, Oh, shit, that's coming up. Oh, wow. She's done that much time.
Yeah.
But,
months.
She got months. But and then little Sydney, she's a beast. My little Sydney is a beast. She just has way too much fun doing it. She just smiles and passes people.
That's what she wants.
If
she's having fun, I will take that more than being serious and good technique.
Agreed.
Because that'll keep them.
But her technique's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
for sure. Yeah, she can hold somebody
like
down.
I told you, Morgan. I think I talked about a few episodes. Morgan, I've been watching more when I get there. Yeah, she's definitely. Her technique has gotten a lot better, and it just came out of nowhere. I was like, "When the fuck do you start doing that?"
Cool.
So if your kids are basically, I just want to pass on. If your kids are in jiu-jitsu, I was kind of critiquing Paul a little bit by accident, with your daughters.
Oh, no.
Give them time. Because it's a sport. It is still a sport. And if you didn't come up in sports, and I get it, you're not used to, like, you want that instant gratification. Because, like, right now, Paul, he can read something and teach himself how to do it. Like how to put something together, let's say. Boom, you can do that. You can put your budget together, right?
Yeah.
So you can learn, read online, learn, and very quickly transfer that into an actual functional tool for yourself. Well, guess what? In sports, that doesn't fucking happen. It takes practice. Jiu-Jitsu's worse about it. So with your kids, give them freaking time.
Yep.
Just let them keep having fun, keep being interested. Don't push them. And unless you should know there are certain kids that like to be pushed.
Yeah, you got to know.
So you just have to know your kids, know when to push them, let them learn. If they have an affinity for it, great. Feed that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't push it.
Yeah, if they don't have an affinity for it, but they still enjoy it, that's okay.
That's perfectly fine. Because guess what? It's out of nowhere, like my little Sid Bear, she's gonna all of a sudden click, and she's gonna go, "Wow, I'm having fun still. I can do this, and it's even more fun because I'm doing it the right way." Or how it was shown, even if it's not the right way, but it's the way that she liked and she was shown. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick. We're grappling dads. We fucking talk about kids.
Yeah, we're grappling dads for a reason. Yes, because kids.
Yeah, and it also corresponds down to coaching. I know we have some coaches that listen.
Yep.
A lot of coaches that listen, and they have kids classes, and they're great at it. And I want to thank all those guys to be able to take that time with your kids. And you should always thank your coaches because it's not fucking easy.
Sure.
And they're helping mold your kids in a great way.
Thanks, guys.
Gee, thanks. Dude.
I sure can't do it. I will ruin a kid's class.
Oh, a jiu-jitsu class? I would fuck a jiu-jitsu class up for kids. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I would fuck that up. I was a coach, but this is just, it's a different beast.
Yeah.
So, but...
so speaking of kids and
you
stuff,
got something else?
I do. So, a lot of grappling dads about anti-bullying as well. So my kid has another damn bully.
Seriously?
Yeah, I do.
Is it Caden then?
Always Caden.
Yeah, it has to be Caden.
Damn it. Sydney's so laid back and easygoing and friendly to talk to everybody.
She's so giggly and shit.
Yeah. She has not ran into really any problems at all, so to speak. A couple here and there, but it was just so minor. It was just
it was more just I'm picking on you because I'm a boy.
Yeah,
she had that one little boy that was just basically like
showing off.
Yeah, showing off.
It was showing off.
Yeah.
It wasn't bullying or picking on. It was showing off, and sometimes
whatever that happens.
What are you doing? Yeah, but with Caden, it tends to be other little girls that are just being mean as hell. Like I'm not sure what the hell gets into a 8-year-old child's mind to want to just be mean. But yeah, dude, it's happening. So she's got another little girl.
Another
one? Oh yeah, just been giving her shit over the past few days. So she came home and she's all upset, and she said this
Rightfully
and she said
so.
that. No, she's upset. But again, I'm like, well, did you tell her to stop? No. Okay.
Well, you missed the first step.
Well, that's can't really help you. I'm giving you all the tools to help yourself. If you're not going to utilize the tools, then you're just going to put up with that like I did.
Yep.
And it's not fun. No. So, yeah, she's not good at the confrontation part. She doesn't like that. She doesn't understand why people are doing it to her, and it doesn't make sense. So she
she wouldn't do it to others. She wouldn't do it to others, so it's really hard to fathom what they're doing to her.
Yeah, it just comes such out of left field because, exactly like you said. Like, I wouldn't do that, and that's just really mean. So I think it catches her so off guard that she doesn't know that she can go, hey, this is unacceptable. You worry about you, and I'll worry about me.
Yeah.
Go away. But she doesn't have the wherewithal to say that because it's such a shock to her. So that's kind of what we're working on right now, because I'm telling Kate, I'm like, you have to put your foot down. You have to take a stand for yourself and let them know.
And there's a difference between putting your foot down and
putting your foot in their ass.
Yeah, there's a difference. It's actually and it's hard. I bet that's hard to tell. I've fortunately not had to deal with that. I'm more my kid's disrupting class type parent.
You're on the opposite end of the spectrum. I got to tell my kid to quit fucking with the other kids because it's not funny to them.
Actually, no, my kid is not the bully. She's the class clown, and everyone. We got an email that said that she has a Toy Story in her bag, and she just hands them out to kids. I'm like, fuck. And I look in her bag. Yeah, there's toys all over in there. I'm like, That is a toy store.
Wow.
Of shit I've bought.
I hope she's charging.
She's
Little
not.
Entrepreneur.
Oh, no. Nope, she's not.
You charge money for that stuff.
And
do it right.
But yeah, so I haven't had to deal with that, and I feel fortunate on not having to so far. I still have a third one to go through, and Sid's just in second grade. So, but I don't know how I would say that better than stand up for yourself. Don't punch him in the face. Like there's a difference, because that's how a lot of times when people hear you got to stand up for yourself, it's not starting a fight. That's not what you're telling your daughter to do.
Well, to be fair, I do tell my kid. She did what? She said what? Okay, so what you do is double leg takedown. You immediately pass to mount. You go for the cross collar choke. If they defend that, immediately swing to an arm bar, and then just before you snap that arm in two, you negotiate and let them know that's not acceptable behavior.
Yeah, that's not what Paul does.
No, that's exactly what I say.
Yeah, but they don't believe you.
Oh, no, my daughter just looks at me like I'm an ass and like, Dad, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, I know you're not going to do that, but at least tell them to stop. You know, you can do that.
And there is, and that's part of that bully-proof system. Yeah. So.
A huge fan of the bully-proof system. If you don't own it and you have kids,
and we talked about it a bunch.
Oh my God, yeah. Go back to any episode. Like, it's on Amazon. It's on. You can just look up bully-proof.
It comes right up. Yeah.
Excellent series of DVDs, especially if your kids aren't old enough for class, or you don't have one around, or they're not interested in going with other kids, or if they have social anxiety,
which is a lot of kids.
A lot of kids. But you can do this stuff with them at home on your own, and it's even good for adults. Like, you're going to learn shit. You really are. It's good stuff. So yeah, basically it's talk, tell, tackle. And Cade's missing out on the talk part. Like, you got to talk to them and say, no, I don't like that. Stop it.
Yep.
You got to get to that. And then if that doesn't work, then you go to the teacher and say, hey, I told her no. I'm getting sick of it. You're going to have to deal with this and make it stop. If it continues to happen, Mom and Dad will get involved. We'll talk to the principal. We'll try to work it out. If it still continues, that's when the tackle comes. And you warn them. You're like, hey, if you're challenging me to a fight, we can fight. I'm not scared, but I'm not putting up with this shit anymore.
Yeah.
But that comes after you tell them no, you tell the teacher, the parents get involved, and it just keeps on happening. Then, hey, this is the last resort. But I'm giving you all the tools where you know it'll be effective.
And most of the time, it's not going to get to that.
Absolutely not.
So it's a proven fact that most bullies back down when, especially at that age.
Yep.
So
but you got to say something.
You have to.
But typically, people that don't have confidence in their ability to win a fight won't say anything.
It's because if you say something, you're asking for a fight.
Exactly.
So, that you don't want to be part of.
Right. I've been there so many times growing up. It's not fun.
No.
Like, I'd love to tell you no, but if I do, I'm afraid you're going to break my nose. And I don't want that in my life.
Yeah, no one wants that.
No, it hurts, man. You've had broken noses before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, fucking blows.
Yeah.
Why do they call it a broken nose? It's broken cartilage. Not even really broken, but it hurts like a son bitch.
Oh, yeah. Tear right up.
Oh, God.
Bloody.
Yeah.
Then every time you wipe your nose for like 3 weeks, it just like tears you
and
right up again.
And it drains back into your throat.
My favorite.
Oh, fuck.
The snoring is sweet.
Oh, yeah. It's so great.
Not that I don't snore anyway, but whatever.
Yeah,
it's
I snore.
worse.
I'm on the couch now.
Yeah.
By choice. I just kept waking her up and feeling guilty. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, there's nowhere for to go when we were in Chicago.
Sorry, buddy.
Just listening to it, I'm going.
Yeah. I was trying to.
Right.
I'm a dick.
Well, I mean, you had a freaking head cold. Like,
dude, I was sicker than crap still. So.
I felt as bad for you that I did for myself. I'm like, gee, that sucks.
Well, I wasn't even sleeping very well either. So, whatever. I feel bad. Yeah. So, but anyways, sponsors.
Tap tape.
Tap tape.
Get your tap tape. Get it. Not only do you need to get the tap tape to get the tap, because you do. You need to review it because you'll love it, and you should just show
review the tap tape.
Yeah, get it, then review it, and then everybody's happy.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Especially you, because you have tap tape.
It's great stuff.
Dude, people talk about it all the time.
They really do.
They love it.
Our gym loves it.
Everybody.
For sure.
Everybody loves it.
Everybody uses it now.
Saves your fingers. If you don't want wizard fingers, like these big bulbous things on the end of your knuckles, you need to get tape. It's funny because a lot of the white belts come in and they're like, why do you have tape all over your hand? I'm like, oh, you're going to find out.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to find out. Yeah.
Give it time. Yeah, my hand's all jacked up from it, but whatever. I just keep forgetting the tape.
Yeah, it's funny because my hands are jacked up because I I was that white
You
belt.
went years,
I went years, never taped anything, and now I have issues, so now I can't not tape.
Don't let that happen. Get the tap tape.
Yeah, I wish I would have started. And there's videos online. You can look up tap tape online. They have a video tutorial.
And there's also any tape to restrict how hard you can grip, because people a lot of times they'll do in between the joints, and everybody's like, oh, that's stupid. No, anything that restricts the amount of how hard you can just hold that is gonna help. So even if that you're better doing, you want to just do that simple, do that. It's still gonna help more than doing absolutely nothing.
Right. Yeah, it's if you do it right, if you do the cross taping, it's like adding external stronger ligaments. Yeah. So
but
smart idea.
Yeah, that's. I mean, if you're gonna take the time to do that, awesome. If you just want to tape up and get out there, that's the kind of person I am. I don't mind that the knuckle taping. I don't know, in between joint taping on your fingers, because it literally stops me from getting too far.
Yep.
It stops me from going just balls deep and holding on to somebody's freaking thing and doing nothing but hurting myself.
And if you have like minor household repairs, works fantastic for that.
It tapes up. We broke a set of keys, the remote. For my wife's car. Taped it up.
Perfect.
I've had cuts. I had this one on my finger was taped up over the weekend. Love tap tape. Use it for all kinds. It's utilitarian.
I tried to take my thumbnail off at work, and I taped that thing on
bitch
for about a week.
Chamfered that son of a bitch.
Chamfered the fuck out of my thumbnail. It was great.
But check them out on Amazon. You can find them through our website. Our website will be improved at some point in time.
Congratulations one more time to the owner of said tap tape.
Yep, on your win,
Mr. Mike. Yeah, good job, buddy.
You didn't look like an idiot. Proud of you.
Yeah, it looked better than I did.
Yeah. Didn't even try. Won't even try.
Nope.
So go roly poly.
Go roly poly. Shout out.
And then we got what's another? I mean, I see him a lot. Hold on, I'm trying to read it. Top Mount Apparel. You may have heard an interview of the owner / what do you call him?
I don't know. Owner. What else would you call him? CEO and president.
Owner /
how many words can you say for owner?
Jiu Jitsu person.
Dude.
No, but yeah, he's.
So Eric came up.
The most helpful son of a bitch ever. That's what I'll call him.
Eric came up to me at class yesterday. He goes, "Hey, I just heard your latest episode with the owner of Top Mount." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Dude, nicest guy ever. Like he seems like
legitimately.
Yeah. He goes, he seems like the coolest guy on the planet. He goes, I am for sure buying his shirts just because of the kind of guy he is. And if you listen to the episode, you'll know what he's talking about.
Yeah, listen to it, and his gear fits what he is. I mean, he literally made a shirt for one vegan fighter that he
did.
One fucking dude. He's like, I'm going to make you a fucking shirt.
Yeah.
Because he liked it. For one thing, he liked the idea.
Yep.
But number two, like, who makes a shirt for one competitor?
Yeah. I'm like, are you a vegan? I was, oh, hell no. I love bacon and tacos, man.
No, what it was I love tacos.
That's right.
Not that they have vegan tacos or anything, Al, but whatever.
Yeah. You know, tacos, real ones.
Yeah, real tacos.
Shit.
And
it's like if somebody brings turkey bacon to my house, we can't be friends anymore. It's not.
You're dead to me.
Yeah, exactly. Get out. Get out.
But check it out. TopMountApparel.com. Check them out on Instagram. They posted about us. Not enough of you liked it, so go find it and like it. Make me feel better. And just follow them. They do great stuff. Proud White Belt BJJ.
If you listen to the last episode with Al from Top Mount, enjoy 42 minutes of dead air after the interview ends.
Yeah, that was a technical issue.
That's on us. It was.
That was a kit move.
That was all our thoughts and reasons why we should do tournaments. 42 minutes of nothingness.
Yeah, that's
enjoy that
because we won't do it.
Yeah, meditation.
Yeah,
that's what you need.
Yeah, that what it was. It was calm.
It was, peaceful, zen.
Zen, silence.
Silence.
But yeah, it's but Top Mount was very gracious to come on the show. We're gonna have them and a few other buddies on here pretty soon. Not as soon as they would probably like, or we would probably like. However,
hey, what I'm going to do is
I have a lot of shit going on in June.
I'm going to set up a GoFundMe page behind Kip's back because he is vehemently opposed to it. And then once I get enough money to quit my job, then we can make this happen sooner.
Yeah, I find that page. I'm murdering it. Fuck. Hey, man.
What if I buy you a boat?
I fucking hate boats. Who the fuck wants a boat?
I don't want a boat. I just want a friend with a boat. Does that make sense?
You want a friend with a pool?
Exactly. I want a neighbor with a pool. I want a friend with a boat. Just everything works out great.
Yeah, you're doing well. You got the neighbor. You got the neighbor with a pool.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So black apple. No, it's an
It's Black Panther.
It's an animal. It's an animal. Hold on.
I wish it was Black Panther.
And white panda. black ram. No, there's no black
sheep,
lion. Black lion. It's black lion.
Are you sure it's not black sheep?
No,
or
let's
is that
check.
just you?
That's just me. Yeah. When Chad was telling everybody how good the upper ranks are and things, he got to me and just went.
Oh, that was
meh.
so funny.
He literally meh me.
Oh, dude. So you got backstory. So we're sitting there in class, and Chad's going on like, hey, everybody's got something really good at, and Morgan's really good at her. She's got very good pressure, and she's very tight and very
Yep.
And then you got Brian, he's good at this, and you got Ben, he's good at that, and
good point.
Paul. Silence. And then he just looks at Kip and goes, eh.
It's like, ow, fuck.
Everybody needs a coach, dishonest people. So you need to come down to Black Lion so that you can be told how it is.
Well, yeah, but you see, he nicely went back to you and explained what you were good at.
Yeah, he made shit up. I'm not good at that.
Yeah, it was bullshit.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you're just making shit up. I can't do that at all.
But he's nice to seemingly everyone else, and he wants to see the best out of every one of his students. So.
If you don't talk shit about him on a podcast, he's way nicer to you.
It's weird how that works out.
That's what we found out. Trial and error, people.
It's almost like he's like his Professor Kroyler. They seem to do similar things.
It's science.
Don't be an asshole. That's basically what it comes down to. And that's us. But no, Black Line, check it out. We got a great kids class. We talk about that a lot. Perfect. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
And we also have the adult class, the advanced classes, the no-gi class. We hope to bring a stronger field to the women's class. I think we need more women in that class. Why?
Yeah.
My wife wants more people to beat up. So if you're, a woman in the area, Grand Rapids, come on in.
Yeah, we need some more ladies.
Yep, the instructor there is Morgan, and her practice dummy is usually my wife, so you can watch her just beat the shit out of my wife. It's quite
practice
fun.
dummy is everybody at the gym. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's pretty damn true.
Yeah.
So check it out. You guys will love it. You get to see us, which is always a plus.
Yep. While you're on the interwebs looking all this stuff up, type in Kroyler, and then go to his website and check him out.
Literally hit Kroyler.
Just Kroyler.
Kroyler.
Perfect.
And then hit enter.
Yep.
And guess what? One fucking thing comes up, and it's Kroyler's face all over the place.
If you want, he does seminars and stuff like that. He travels all over the place. As a matter of fact, they were just down in Mexico somewhere.
Yeah, and he fooled people into thinking he was nice.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's the great guy. I love him. Oh, you don't know that guy.
I was so jealous, man. It looked like they had a blast down there.
And he ran his new wrist lock sequence.
That's sweet.
Series.
Yep.
And that's awesome. It's an asshole move. But,
for sure you're a cheater.
But it's awesome that he's
work.
Yeah, they ran through. He had his professor was there.
Marcio
Stambowski was there. So that's, it was just a stellar crew. There was this asswipe named George down there. He does another podcast. I haven't heard it.
Right. I refuse to listen because competition.
Oh, man. No,
totally kidding.
Yeah, totally kidding.
As you know.
Yeah, as far as you know, I'm not better. And giving you the finger through the mic here.
He stole our Kroyler.
Yes, he tried to.
We patented that.
Yeah,
don't
he's
you know?
Mine.
Yeah. Belongs to us.
But everybody,
trademarked.
Yeah, trademarked, bitches. Yeah. But it's a Great Northeast podcast. Check it out. It's I don't think there's a lot of competition for us because nobody wants to be like us. They do a lot of more interviews than we do.
They travel all over the place.
They have that. They travel, him and his wife Amanda. I think it's Amanda. She's a savage too. She's a purple belt. Nice. Holy shit. And their beautiful little daughter, they get to travel a lot more than we have the opportunity to do so at this point. But they do some great shows. That one should be a really interesting show. He's going to let me know when he's going to post that.
Yeah, so we'll link to it.
Yeah, we'll definitely link you guys in because it's going to be fun to listen to those two jibber jabber.
For shizzle.
In Mexico, like some assholes.
But
assholes.
If you want a good seminar, get a hold of Kroyler, and the instruction is top notch.
It is. It really, really is. He'll go all existential and smart on you, but if you ignore that and you're just like, oh, he's not a pretentious prick, it comes off really well.
Yeah, it's neat. I like how he breaks everything down, and it's just he
really
he simplifies stuff that
simplifies
simplifies stuff that's not simple.
Yeah, and he can take things down bit by bit or as a full sequence, and it makes sense either way, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So check him out for sure. He's a proud member of the Grappling Dads podcast. Proud's probably a little strong.
Yes, maybe.
He's a forced member.
Right.
So
I'm not sure forced is the right word because you can't make him do shit. So
no, I would tell his wife if he was too mean to us. I think Taylor could wreck him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty damn sure.
And Chad could. Yeah. That's what he said. So
trying to start a fight between our coach and Kroyler, that's not going to work. He likes likes Chad better than us.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, the last time they rolled, it was fun to watch. Though,
holy balls!
I'm like, I can't do any of that shit.
No, I can almost die to all that. So, but yeah, check them all out. So we have Black Line, we got Kroyler Gracie, we have Top Mount, we have Tap Tape. Check them all out, and most importantly, check out grapplingdads.com.
Yeah, we got shirts.
It's okay.
You can
I
buy
like
a shirt.
it. I mean, you can check it out.
Yeah.
Hey, Al, try to fix that for us. The shirt problem.
Yeah. You can like us. You can share us. You can review us.
We love reviews.
Yep. Steal your grandmother's phone or your friend's phone or your wife's and just kind of subscribe on that. It helps. It helps.
All they get is one alert a week that we're new episode. Big deal.
Yeah.
If they're old enough, they won't even be able to understand what it is.
Perfect.
So
but maybe not your kids. Don't grab their phone.
No, they might leave a bad review.
Yeah, we wouldn't.
Just out of spite.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. All right, guys.
Take it easy.
What's the word?
Peace.
Bye.